Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to go around my garden, just showing you guys what my garden is looking like mid-April. So a lot of changes already have gone on in the garden, and I just want to bring you guys along with me just to show you exactly, the improvement from the last full tour that we had. So firstly is my cordylines here. You can see that the tulips are definitely fully in bloom. I've got these chocolate tulips, really pretty, really like them. And then you've got the orange ones on the other side as well. Really like tulips. It's the first time I've tried planting tulips, and to be honest, I probably will plant more next year. So as we go into the autumn, I will plant way more tulips. I'm really impressed with what they look like, to be honest. I didn't think I'd be able to grow them. So yeah, really impressed with them. They look really pretty, the chocolate ones. And then on the other side, you've got the orange ones. Again, they look really pretty. Really like the color on there. It's nice and bright, and I think they've come out really well as well. So definitely tulips are one of the plants I'm going to try again next year. Okay, so right at the bottom here, I've got my lavenders that I still haven't planted. I'm just going to plant them somewhere in the ground very soon, so I'll get them sorted quite quickly. But yeah, the cordyline's still doing well. The green one and the burgundy one, they're still doing well. Then on this side, you've got my evergreens here in this container. And I've got here the alliums, as you can see. I've got the alliums that are just coming up now. So I'm quite excited again to see what they're going to look like. I've never planted alliums before, and so far so good. So just watch this space in terms of the alliums. And then my clematis on this side, it seems to be doing all right. It seems to be doing quite well. These are ones I planted about a week or two ago, so they look really good. And then all my evergreen containers with the pansies still looking good as well. At some point I will shape them. So next, guys, I've got my ducks here, my duck baskets. As you can see, I've got my grape hyacinths in there. They're looking really good. They've been in flower for quite some time, which is good. Again, very new for me this year, but they've been really quite good. So going into the garden bed, in terms of just a bit of color, I've got some pink tulips there that you can see. I've got quite a few of them starting to come up really well, and they've got nice buds. So really looking forward to seeing the full amount of tulips done. So this is a close-up of what the tulip looks like. So it looks really pretty. So yeah, there's a bit of slug damage on the tulips. As I said last time, slugs really love munching on these tulips, but you know what, they've got to eat something, ain't they? So sometimes you just have to sacrifice some of your plants because nature's got to take over. Right, so with this one, these are about to flower. These are my Spanish bluebells or English bluebells. So they're about to flower. You can see the flowering on there. So they really multiply a lot as well. Next here is my Acer plant. Last time it just had little buds on it, but now it's actually quite nice. I love the color of this Acer. I always really love that color. Then moving along, you've got that tulip at the bottom of my evergreen tree as well here. There's a little tulip there, but it looks beautiful. Look how lovely that looks. Looks really nice. So yeah, it's really nice in color. Really nice pink on there, and you can see the inside. Looks very pretty. I really like that one. So yeah. So next, coming along from that, on this side, I've got my boxwood again, which is doing really well. You can see there's a lot of growth on this, so which is really good to see. And my heucheras that I transplanted and propagated, they're looking okay. As you can see, you got a nice ladybird there. Weather's definitely turning for the better. Heucheras are looking really good so far. And then you can see here now, I've got the azalea. My azalea in pink is actually in flower, and I'm excited about that. In terms of the ferns, you can see I've got ferns growing at the back there. I am sure these ferns are multiplying. I did not have that many ferns around. But anyway, in terms of the azalea, looks really, really good. Love the fact that it's in flower. It didn't flower last year. Flowered this year, and it's looking really, really pretty. Really like that plant. So coming along from the azaleas, you've got these ferns. I'm 100% sure they're multiplying. As you can see, there's a little fern there, 2 here, 1 at the back, and I think 1 on the side. So it looks like I've got 5 ferns. Last time I checked, I think I only had 1 or 2. But yeah, looks really pretty there anyway. And then following on from that, you've also got my alliums just dotted all over the place. And they're looking like they're doing quite well. So next, coming on from the azaleas and the ferns, I'm just looking ahead here. This evergreen bush, I've had it from last year or the year before. It grows quite slowly, but it's okay. I've got my rose here. It's a red rose, and it's multiplied. I think it's grown at least twice its size from last year. There's buds on here, so that looks really, really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what my rose bush will give me, essentially. So moving along, I've got another boxwood there that I need to control at some point and trim it. Because it's grown really well, really fast. I had transplanted it from a different section before because it looked like it was struggling on the other side of the garden, but I've moved it across. Well, you can see a gap there. I've taken out the rhododendron because I felt like it was dying, so I've just taken it off and just chucked it in the bin, to be honest. A little bit of growth here. I've got a snowdrop that's actually managed to bloom. First time I've grown them. Look really, really pretty. Very, very pretty snowdrop. So yeah, I'm quite happy about that. It's actually bloomed. So I didn't have much, I think, that I've actually planted. I don't think I planted a lot at all, but yeah, I really like that. Now this is a dwarf rhododendron. So it's got buds all over the place. I just can't wait to see what it looks like. So moving on from there, loads more alliums coming up, and I've also got some tulips coming up as well. The fern, there's another fern there on the side, and it's growing quite well on there. I've got another tulip there that's hiding down there, pink one, looks good. And then you've got more tulips that are about to come up on there as well. So the tulips have done really, really well this year. Really enjoyed seeing them flower, so I'm quite happy about that. And then you've got my blue fescas. They're the spiky ones. They're still looking strong. They're looking good. The heucheras are turning into a gold-like colour in between the fescas there. And they're looking quite strong and healthy for the spring. So yeah, they're quite a nice golden colour. So I quite like that. The hydrangea in the far corner is looking good as well. It's already got loads and loads of leaves on there, which is really lovely. And then you've got your alliums there again, more of them coming up. So looking forward to seeing what they are going to look like. So that is pretty much it on this side of the garden. And then moving along to the sort of top side of the garden, these tulips have been in flower for more than a week. And I quite appreciate the blooms. Look really, really lovely. But I'm sure it won't be long until, you know, it's time to actually take them out of that basket and to renew the basket as well. And then coming along just on the other side, you've got your pansies there, which I planted last week. And then I've also got here my Akuba plant. But if you look carefully there, I've got some lilies growing in between there, really lovely lilies they're going to be. So they're growing really, really quick. That's one thing I've definitely noticed. And having a look here on my trellis, this looks really, really good, the clematis. It's got tons and tons of buds everywhere. So I'm looking forward to seeing the flower on there. So moving along to the front of the property, I've got my tree there, my Leyland cypress tree with my grape hyacinths at the bottom. These grape hyacinths, actually, I'm quite impressed with them. And then right on the corner, you've got a white azalea plant. And I'm looking forward to seeing that flower. The buds are all over the azalea, so it looks like very soon it'll be in flower. And it's a white azalea as well. So yeah. Okay, going on from that, as you can see there, I just zoomed in so you can have a look. See, there's buds all over it. So it's going to bloom very, very, very soon. Right, okay, so moving on from here, you've just got my two conifers at the front of the property with my purple and white pansies. Still looking okay, not too bad. It looks as though my conifers need a bit of a trim at some point, so I'd have to sort that out. But other than that, yeah, this looking not too bad. And then in the middle there, I really like this one. I'd say this is probably my favorite tulip. It's like a yellow color tulip. So as you can see here in my container, I really, really like them. Really like these yellow tulips. And if you can see on the side of my container, I've actually put some bumblebee wall art, but I've put them on the actual container as well. I thought it looked nice. So yeah, so my conifer here is doing quite well. Got a few grape hyacinths in there, and then you've got my yellow tulips, what I absolutely like. So really enjoy the flowers on there. So yeah, that is pretty much it really. As you can see, if you look carefully, the flowering is really lovely. So yeah, looking forward to seeing them fully going into bloom and open up. So the front of the property now, we are at the front, but like the really like front of this section, what I've actually done is I've changed the color on where the gray is. I've changed the color of this this bit here. It was grey and white before, but now I've put it all grey, and I quite like that actually. It looks quite nice. It looks quite nice. So all my containers here, they've got bits and pieces of everything. I think I put alliums in there. You can see there's carex, and there's also some pansies in there. I will wait for the alliums to bloom and finish, and then once that happens, I will completely change the baskets and put something else. But so far, as you can see, this is looking really good. I quite enjoy seeing, you know, that container there with the bees. So yeah, in terms of my paint job, I think actually it's not too bad. I prefer it completely grey. As you can see, that top bit is still grey and white, but I'll sort that out in a bit. Just thought I'd show you a bit more so you can have a look. So I will change that grey and white bit maybe next week. Yeah, so the front of the garden, this is what it's looking like, just the front bit of the garden. See, this is what it was like before, where I'd put it all white. And then I'll just show you what it looks like again so you can see the difference. I prefer it the other way. I'll show you in a second. Yeah guys, so see the difference here? I've put it all in grey. So yeah, I think it's much better. I will change the other side to grey, but I just didn't have the energy today. So yeah, so I've just changed that across, and I think it looks a lot better, to be honest with you. Yeah, and just one more time of my favorite container so far, with the yellow tulips. Really enjoy that. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me go a long way. Thanks, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.